Good morning and welcome to the May 28th meeting of the New York State Independent Redistricting Commission. Hopefully for our final update in terms of having money distributed, we go to our executive directors. Doug, take it away.
I got good news again. So payroll has been established for us and all the money is now accessible. Our postings for job postings are live and we are receiving resumes, and we'll be starting the interview process now that the payroll has been established. So good news all around.
Yes,
That's
also,
fantastic.
yeah, Doug and I have been meeting with vendors for a website, web developers. Where one of the firms is an MWBE firm, and we're going to get estimates from them next week. We're also looking for office space, and we have a short list of options under consideration. There's going to be one office in Manhattan and one office upstate in the Albany area.
Fantastic, thanks, Karen. Doug, any questions for our co-executive directors?
Do we have a sense of how long it will take us to have, or them to have a website designed and live so that we can start that as part of our outreach process? And second, how soon will we be able to have our own capacity to host meetings like this digitally so that we can have that flexibility as well?
Yeah, we hope it's going to be very soon. The turnaround time for the website is hopefully 2 weeks to a month, and we're going to go with a firm that can do it the fastest.
And the bestest.
And the best, right? We're not going to sacrifice quality for speed.
Just a clarifying question. So this means that both executive directors are now on payroll and...
Well, we believe that we are on payroll as of yesterday, but we haven't gotten confirmation. So that should be confirmed today.
Proper paperwork's being done.
Good news.
Any other questions for our co-executive directors? Great. All right, moving on to bylaws. We had circulated draft bylaws earlier this morning. Can the group please look at them? There were some last minute changes, so please make sure that there were no formatting errors or anything to the draft. All right, is everyone good to go? No time pressure. But we'll give it another couple of minutes. All right, John. So I see that everyone seems to be looking up except for Will, John, and Jean. Are you guys good to go, or
Gene is done.
Jean is done? Okay.
This is my face, not the.
Okay. I'm happy to see your face, John. Any comments? Oh, sorry. Sorry, Will?
No, I was just say pencils down.
Pencils down. Okay. Hand your blue books in. Any comments on the bylaws? Any discussion on the draft bylaws? All right. There being none, I would call for a vote in favor of the bylaws as distributed. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
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 It's unanimous. Thank you so much. So the bylaws are approved. We will distribute these bylaws on the website once if the commission agrees. Per the bylaws, we now move into election of a chair and vice chair for the New York State Independent Redistricting Commission. I believe we had discussed this should be we would like this to be a single motion for both chair and vice chair. I call for nominations for chair of the State Redistricting Commission. Commissioner Cuevas Molina.
I proudly nominate Commissioner David Imamura to chair the New York State Independent Redistricting Commission. As commissioner, he has carried out the duties and responsibilities of chairing the commission's public meetings for the past several months, doing an outstanding job even as he has become a new father. Furthermore, it is my view, and I hope that it is the view of those who value the diversity of our country and our state, that it is of major importance that the chair of the commission be a member of the fastest growing population of the United States. And that this community deserves more representation in our public sphere. And Commissioner Imamura will do that. So I have all confidence that Commissioner Imamura will do an excellent job as our chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do I have a Commissioner Plateau? Are you and Commissioner Brady? I think you have background noise. Yeah.
My wife.
Okay. Sorry, Commissioner Plateau. You are on mute, John. John, you're on mute.
I second the nomination of Commissioner Imamura, as also noting he is already the first Asian American in the history of New York to serve on a redistricting commission, and proudly second his nomination for the position of chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do we have any nominations for vice chair of the New York State Independent Redistricting Commission? Commissioner Nesbitt.
Yes, I would very happily place Commissioner Jack Martin's name in nomination as vice chair. Jack has shown great leadership during his time of service on the commission. I think interacting with you, David, very effectively, and we'll be pleased to have his service continue as one of our leaders.
Thank you, Commissioner Nesbitt. Do I have a second?
I will gladly and proudly, unless Ms. Frazier wants to do it because it's a sense of bipartisanship, would gladly and proudly second the nomination of Jack Martins for his service over the many years to the state in many ways, and his excellent leadership and service on this commission, as everyone has seen. Thank you.
Commissioner Frazier, I would be loath to not let you talk if you want. Did you want to weigh in?
I'm sorry, I was moving on.
Yeah, Commissioner Plateau.
Enthusiastically.
I move that the nominations be closed.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second. All in favor of closing nominations? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, it has been moved and seconded that David Imamura and Jack Martins be elected as chair and vice chair of the New York State Independent Redistricting Commission. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? It's unanimous. All right, well, Thank you, commissioners. It has been a real privilege to serve with you on this commission for the last year. It has been even more of a privilege to serve with you now that we've had money for the last month. I am so thrilled to be, elected as chair of this commission. I think, amidst all of the tumult over funding, we forget how truly unique and remarkable this is, that for the first time, the voters of New York will have the opportunity to weigh in on the lines themselves. I think that in 2014, the voters asked for a process, a new process. And I think that we need to fulfill that mandate. And that I hope that together we can ensure an open and transparent process, open to all New Yorkers, not just 3 men in the room. And I am proud that alongside me in that process is going to be Jack Martins, who, I have worked with Jack quite extensively, especially in the last 24 hours. And I can say that he is an incredibly skilled lawyer and an incredibly skilled former legislator who will bring immense wisdom to this commission. He and I don't necessarily agree on everything, but I can say that, he is incredibly skilled in what he does. It's been great to get to know him personally. It astounds me that his kids were able to sleep through the night as newborns, as he reminds me when we talk. I still have no understanding of how that's even possible, but Jack reminds me of it, and it's really good to be able to talk to someone else who's gone through this experience as a father. So Jack, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, David. I do appreciate it. And first of all, thank you very much for your confidence. I certainly appreciate the vote. We have a lot of work to do, and it's great to finally be in a position of actually getting the work done. But when I look at the commission and I look at what we're supposed to do and what we need to do in such a short period of time, it's a daunting task, but I know that we're up to it. I also see representatives from our great state, from all 4 corners, from all kinds of backgrounds, from all different perspectives. My own family history being, the son of immigrant parents that immigrated from Portugal less than 50 years ago. Here we are, being part of an independent redistricting commission and being able to take some of that history as an immigrant household and understanding what some of those demographics are, and looking at the makeup of this board and the different constituencies and groups that are also represented here, I think is extraordinary. I do look forward to having the opportunity to work with all of us towards this end. I do think that this is a special moment in state history as far as redistricting, because for the first time in the state's history, it's actually going to be done hopefully in person, but if not, certainly by virtue of video conferencing and input and a lot of hard work. So looking forward to working with everybody as we take on this this great challenge. And frankly, we have a lot of work to do in the next 6 months. And David, congratulations to you.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice Chair. So moving forward, thanks, John. So moving forward, before we vote on our budget and staffing plan, I would like to have a motion to go into executive discussion to discuss executive session to discuss a personnel matter. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So move second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are back from executive session. We had a discussion concerning the retaining of counsel. No actions were taken by the commission. So with that, we have a proposed budget circulated by Karen. Karen, can you summarize what you circulated? And Karen, you are on mute.
Okay. So in our budget, we have $1,040,000 for personal services and $2,960,000 for non-personal services.
Great. Any questions for Karen or Doug concerning the budget? And this will also include the staffing plan that was circulated as well.
Correct. Do you want me to go over the positions that we have for the staffing?
Yeah, that would be excellent,
Okay.
Karen, if there's no objection from the commission.
We're hiring a deputy co-executive director. We're hiring a director of public engagement, an assistant director of engagement, a data manager, and an office manager.
And
Any
Doug
question?
mentioned
Go ahead, John.
earlier that these positions are being publicly posted as well.
Yes, they've been posted with the exception of the deputy position.
Any other question? Yep, John.
I was going to move adoption of the commission's budget.
It has been moved to adopt the budget. Do I have a second?
I will second that motion.
Great. All right, it's been moved and seconded to adopt the budget. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous. The budget is approved. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Karen and Doug so much for your 7 months of unpaid servitude to the commission. You know, we really appreciate everything you've done. I know that it's been a lot of work late at night and on weekends, both with kids. It's been, which is much more, I understand much more how difficult that is, now. But thank you so much. I think all of us really appreciate everything you've done. And so, yeah. All right. Anything else, commissioners, scheduling our next meeting. So I would propose that our next meeting be 2 weeks from today, June 11th, at the same time at 10 a.m. However, I know we didn't talk about this yet. So, if that doesn't work and if people want to have a meeting earlier, I think we've given our co-executive directors quite a lot to do. So I think 2 weeks is a good amount of time, but I defer to the commission.
2 weeks is fine, I think.
Yeah.
We could always come back earlier if something comes up.
Do we,
Right.
do we expect that we'll have the ability to advance the ball significantly in the next 2 weeks where we should meet in 2 weeks? Or is that enough time for Doug and Karen to start tackling some of these issues? I don't want to presuppose that 2 weeks we're not going to be, I think things are going to happen quickly, but at the same time, is that enough time for you?
I would say it's enough time for us.
Yeah.
Then
All right. So
I
does 10
certainly have
a.m.
no issue on the 20th.
Yeah.
That's June 11th.
Yeah, June 11th.
Fine, I'm good.
Okay. Does this work for the full commission? Everyone's good?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Yeah. Gene, that works for you?
Yes, fine, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
All right, 10 a.m. on June 11th. All right, so that will be our next meeting. So going forward, per the bylaws, we'll start circulating agendas. Jack and I will prepare together. I would personally like to make those agendas public. I think the ability to do that is dependent on whether we have a website or not. But we will see where we are. Hopefully, Doug and Karen will be able to hire you some underlings who can take minutes from these meetings. And I also think that it would be ideal if those could be made available to the public as well. And once we have a website, we can record it. We have 7 months of recordings that have accrued, right? We could put all of those online as well. Right. So commissioners, is there anything else that we would like to discuss at today's meeting? All right, there being none, I would ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
moved.
So moved. Second by Ross Brady.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you all so much. And I look forward to the next 7 months working with you.
Very well.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Have a good day.